Go back to sleep. You got a big day of drinking and beating me tomorrow, so get your rest.
And now back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
You're listening to the Big Dumb Fun Show. We, of course, are online all the time at BigDumbFunShow.com. The show is Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed any part of this episode, you can watch it because the show will be in replay all week long. You want to sans the music, where we've been playing just now Sugar Red Drive and their song Grace, and before that it was Red Velvet Crush with their new release entitled Monster.
Subscribe to the podcast via iTunes. Search for Big Dumb Fun Show. Back in studio with our guest host tonight, Calvin Cotton. He is the host of the high voltage rock and roll radio show KKFI, midnights 2 o'clock, or 12 o'clock, Tuesday is what I meant to say. So Tuesday, midnight, you can pull in. You're listening to KKFI. You don't have to be in Kansas City, folks. You can just pull it up. KKFI's got the TuneIn app. You can get on there. I've listened to, in fact, that's the only way I've listened is via the TuneIn app. But when Calvin, we had you on, we said, hey, if you know any good folks out there that you could kind of bring to the table, immediately you said Brian Kroll. He's lead guitar with a band called My Son, the Bum, and he now joins us by phone. Brian, welcome to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Happy Monday. Monday.
Yeah, Columbus Day is upon us now, and you're talking to us, and you got some funky music going in the background here, which is, I don't know if that's My Son the Bum, but it's pretty catchy, I guess. Welcome to the Big Dumb Fun Show, buddy. What's going on with you?
Everything. Just working on a new song, Music Maniac over here. Favorite pastime, obsession, and passion. Keeps me busy.
Yeah. It was. How long is? But you've had several projects in the past. My Son the Bum just being your latest project. What got you to this point?
Having a lot of songs and wanting to get them recorded and get them out there.
So why are folks just leaving you left and right? Do you have just bands that are falling apart and you have to just keep reconstructing different bands, or what's the story there?
Actually, I have the band that never was on 6 albums.
You're a one man. You're the one man show.
I'm a one man. I wrote the songs, and everyone has their thumbprint and musical soul print on everything. So basically, I had the same people on 5 albums that were released, an album's worth of stuff still in the vault, and I have a new album with the same guys with a different singer. So there's been a core of the same musicians, but they're basically my songs, and everyone has their own part in the overall sound.
Well, you got a good time for us to talk about your latest track, which is called Every Day is Halloween in My World. And you can find it on mysonthebum.bandcamp.com. You're also on the Facebook as well, correct?
Yes, that song's for free on Bandcamp.
So when they go to, what's the inspiration, I guess, behind Every Day is Halloween?
Well, basically, I guess it's an autobiographical song through the zeitgeist or the spirit of Halloween. So, at some point, I would see stuff about Halloween. I was like, hey, every day is Halloween in my world.
Yeah. Is it because you're always dressing up? Asking for candy?
No, it's just kind of a macabre obsession with dead friends.
Oh, nice. Now, Calvin said you play lead guitar for My Son the Bum, but you're also kind of the brainchild behind the lyrics.
Yes. I don't know if the lyrics were my child or I was the child of the lyrics. Depends on how you look at it, right?
It's very philosophical of you. You sound like a sound writer.
Yes, I wrote the lyrics, yeah.
I didn't write the lyrics. The lyrics wrote me.
Now honestly, most of the time if I write a song that pops into my head, I'm like, I don't know where it came from, and hopefully it's something that, through looking through a needle in a haystack, you put enough needles together and you got a song.
So any monkey with a typewriter can come up with something.
It depends who you hybrid the monkey with.
kind of like stream of consciousness or things that just kind of come from the subconscious.
Stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
And you're based out of Long Island, New York, is that correct?
Yes.
How is the music scene out there on Long Island?
That's a loaded question.
I mean, it would seem to me that you're so close to New York City, and that Long Island itself, it probably would have a really great music scene, and there's a lot of gigs you could play around town.
Those are all very valid questions for a normal band. Basically, there was a time when everyone lived close together, when there could have been live stuff, and then when it came around that there was a need for it, then people had moved. For example, the drummer on most of the My Son the Bum stuff is in the West Coast band of Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Never heard of them.
It's okay. I haven't heard them either.
I'm kidding.
No, I've heard of them. Go if they play at Nassau Coliseum on Christmas Eve. It doesn't matter what I think of them. Right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know why he would have. Why in the world he would have left My Son the Bum for Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Why? Because they play at arenas. They have tour buses.
So just
laser light spectacular show with.
For the record, My Son the Bum not in arenas yet.
The singer and drum. Actually, the two singers and the drummer have never ever met, or have been in the same room at the same time. Obviously,
that's a product of the new generation.
Yeah, that's all about creating music over the internet.
Yeah, but there's a loophole here.
Oh,
actually, the original singer did fly in from Florida to sing after he moved from the Bronx. Imagine he could do such a thing to move from the Bronx to Florida.
Yeah.
But he flew in for a couple of albums, and then decided it's easier to sing it at home and send it through the internet than flying in.
Yeah, so he kind of made that stipulation, like, I'm just going to record it at home and shoot. Was he just shoot his own recording and then you mix it in Long Island?
Depends on the album. But some of the albums, 2 of the albums were recorded where he flew in, and then the rest of them were he did them. We did the music here, sent him the music, then he sang his vocals, sent them, and then
sent them back, and then you laid them in.
Yeah, we inserted them in. Yeah.
Calvin, how did you get turned on to My Son the Bum and play them on the High Voltage Rock and Roll radio show?
Well, actually, Brian had contacted me at our show Facebook page. He had found out about us through some means, possibly through Frank Arena. I think he had a mutual online connection with Frank. That's why I'm speculating. Possibly he may remember more detail. But and me and him just started corresponding. He actually mailed me the physical CDs they had, and also started sending me tracks online. And I just started playing them really regularly. I really liked them. Thought they were really good quality material, interesting lyrics. Just I could play them around a lot of different stuff I played. So, and they've just been a regular part of my show for quite a while now.
Well, it's appropriate for Rocktober that we play a song called "Every Day Is Halloween" in my world. It's Brian Kroll. He's a lead guitarist and songstress behind My Son the Bum. We're going to play a little bit. Actually, we're going to play the whole track here in just a few seconds. But beforehand, just wanted to thank you again, Brian, for joining us tonight on the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Yes, and happy Monday from Long Island, New York.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say so far, I think you're our longest caller tonight. Gunnerk, is that right?
I don't know if the longest caller. We hit the West Coast in San Dimas, California, and of course the East Coast here with Brian Kroll and My Son the Bum out of Long Island, New York. We're going to play a track called "Every Day Is Halloween" from him right now. You can check him out, of course, mysonthebum.com, also mysonthebum.bandcamp.com. And follow him on the facebook.com/mysonthebum. Thank you, Brian.
All the albums are free at the website with an email.
Sweet. Here we go.
5 albums and the new song. That's my plug. Free music.
Free music from Brian Kroll.
That's it. It's Christmas on Halloween in Long Island.
Thank you, Brian.
All right. Thanks.